Hey everyone, this is Joseph from ActionX, and welcome to the very first premiere episode. Well, I still got to work on my grammar. If you are unaware of my history, I have a horrible history with grammar. Anyway, welcome to the first episode of What's on the Tube, my newest show where pretty much I talk about TV show. If you aren't aware, or if you don't watch any of my other videos, I'll give you a brief overview. I love TV shows. I first got into TV shows, well, when I was a kid, but like in terms of like hour-long dramas, like actually seriously watching watching TV shows. Again, I'm very horrible with my language, so bear with me here on our first episode and probably for the rest of the run. Since Age of the Shield, I have loved watching TV shows. There's something special about this medium that could create a great story, where we have great seasons such as The Flash or Breaking Bad, i.e. all of it, to very bad stuff, very bad seasons like Inhumans. Anywho, so we're starting things off with The Rookie Season 2. Now, The Rookie, overall, and plus Season 1 last year, was, in my opinion, the best TV season of 2018 to 2019, that television season. They did such a great job. Like, I was really not down doing with a procedural. I really wasn't. It just was something about me inherently, like, it's the same old crap. They're not really, it's the same thing with medical dramas. They're all the same thing. It's like, they're solving cases, there's some love drama, there's some, like, character development there and there, but I just felt like this was never my cup of tea. I'm never going to enjoy doing that. Speaking of which, give me 1 second. Oh, I was drinking a cup of tea. Anyway, but then The Rookie came out through a very hilarious promotional banner and promotional marketing, where literally all I got to see in the fall of 2018 was literally just Nathan Fillion's face. And I never was a fan of Nathan Fillion because I never watched any of his stuff. But then, but I always knew I inherently liked him. Plus, earlier that summer he released they released an Uncharted short film, a fan film, and I really enjoyed it. So I slowly became a fan of Nathan Fillion, and the more I realized, hey, he was in some of the movies I liked before, this was an inherent next step. I saw the first episode, and then it ended up me watching the first full season. It's a rare feat for a show to get me hooked to the point where it's like, I make sure I'm watching every episode live. Unless I have something else to do, if there's something else getting in my way, I will do my absolute best to see this episode live. Where nowadays is like, I watch a lot of TV shows. You will see soon as we progress with this show, because it's not just The Rookie. We're doing a bunch of other shows, which I haven't announced yet. So please follow us on Twitter to figure out what shows we are also going to do. But stay tuned on that front. But anyway, The Rookie was just a show that I needed to watch every single night, and I loved it. I really loved it. It was the best TV season of last year. Now going into season 2, will it have that sophomore slump? Will it continue, or in a rare case improve? We'll see about that. But just basing this off the season 2 premiere called Impact, I'm saying this. It might even be better than most episodes of season 1, which is a rare feat in itself. If you already have a creative high, I know this is not the top, but you can't see it. I can go any higher on camera, and you break it. Honestly, they're doing such a great job. So if you haven't, I'm recording this literally right after I just saw the episode. So bear with me as I'm still collecting my thoughts. Bear with me if I forget any character names, because guess what? I am a human being. I forget a lot, and I watch a lot of TV shows, so I tend to forget. Anyway, so the season premiere picks up immediately after the season finale, and I will give this show credit. They honestly, how they did this season premiere is that they made it feel like a part 2 of the last season finale, but it still felt like the beginning of a new story, which is a very rare feat, because sometimes when you go from a season finale cliffhanger to a season premiere, it's usually like, most of the time it's like establishing everything's fine, we see what happened through flashbacks, we just through dialogue. It's a stupid device. But they actually showed us what happened after the events of season 1, which, honestly, my only little complaint was that they didn't make it feel like it was the whole radiation poisoning thing that we had in the... No, what was it poisoning? It was a virus. The virus thing at the end of season 1. It wasn't that. It was just an allergic reaction to the... what was it? Again, I'm forgetting already. But anyway, Braxton, he took the cure, or at least the vaccine, and he had a allergic reaction to it. But a lot of people thought that it was actually the poisoning of the virus that took effect on him, but it wasn't. Again, I should mention I'm spoiling the hell out of this episode. So if you haven't seen the Rookie 2X1 or Season 2 Episode 1, please do before seeing this episode because I'm going to spoil the hell out of it. And it honestly made me. Now the thing is that that really bugs me about TV shows, and whenever it comes to like, does a character die at the end of season finale, and we don't figure it out till the season premiere. It's very hard to do that because with promotional material and trailers and posters and interviews, it's very hard to not spoil it. It's very hard. I will give The Walking Dead season 7 credit though. Even though that season wasn't good in my eyes, it still did a good job of at least hiding the fact who did die. But if you read the comics, you practically know. But back to the point here. The way they actually, like, I honestly thought for a brief moment, and I didn't realize this when I was watching the episode. I realized this towards the end of the episode, that I felt like I didn't want to see a part 2 of the last episode we got from last season. I didn't want that because they would have just stretched out the plot a little bit, and they were going to. I thought they were going to do that just a little bit when they announced there's a third terrorist out there. But thankfully there wasn't. There was, but then they immediately solved that fairly quickly, like the first 5 minutes of the show, and then we got a time jump. Now, something that I didn't realize when we went on break, when we went on the summer break, I was unaware of the. And again, I'm going to be very frank here. Please, again, this is my opinion. And also this is my own recollection of the event. So apparently the actress who plays Officer Bishop. Now again, I'm not good with names, so I'm not even gonna bother. I think I know her name, but I don't want to butcher her name on camera. There was a lot of sexual harassment accusation, a lot of racial discrimination on set. Supposedly, again, this is all suggestive commentary. This is all like hearsay. She's hearsay, and I don't like reporting on this because it's not good to not report on it. It just makes me feel like a bigot, and I'm just ignoring it. I'm not. I'm actually commenting to you because this is pertinent to the plot. And this also, now just a brief side note, sexual harassment, horribly wrong. Never do it. I don't condole it. And the problem is that when it comes to this on this level in the media, it's very difficult to figure out what's true or not because there are cases where yes, it is right. This actor or actress is a horrible human being, and then there's sometimes like, no, the accusations were fake. There was no merit to this. So I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying it happens, and she left the show. Very disappointing because like I loved Officer Bishop in season 1. She had a great character journey. I was really curious. I honestly thought going into, I didn't realize she was gone until I looked at the season 2 poster where like, well, obviously the character played by Mercedes, the original captain, she's not in the poster because, spoilers if you haven't watched season 1 yet, she died, so that's why she's not in the poster for season 2. I knew that already, but then when I got to see realize where is Officer Bishop, and I had to do research, and I realized all this happened, so it sucks. I do hope that actress is going to do great things in the future. I would love to see her in another show or another movie. I give her all the support I can, so I hope to see her soon in some medium form. Anyway, so back to the plot, and this does connect to what I was saying before. The character Bishop was written off, sadly, because she wasn't back for season 2. So it felt a little rushed. Obviously, whenever an actress or an actor leaves a show in between seasons and the character was never properly written off or properly got a proper send-off off camera, it's very jarring. It's not the best explanation because, like, okay, they're gone. We can't get them back. What can we do? I mean, but how they wrote her off in this case, I honestly did it worked well to where they were setting her up at the end of season 1, where honestly season 2 could have probably taken her in like a direction where she's gonna maybe go against being a police officer, maybe do something else because of her history in the past. That's what I was thinking. So, but thankfully they were able to like spin this in a way where it's like maybe one day she could come back if the actress agrees. But in this business, I highly doubt it. But we'll see what happens. So we pick up 2 weeks later. We got the test scores from the test they were going to take at the end of season 1, and honestly, these were way better test scores than I probably would have ever gotten if I did that exam. And that's sort of like one of the driving forces this episode, where in true in true Chief fashion, he does not reveal who got the lowest score. He said, like, guess. Just guess. Take the whole day of your shift to like guess. I love that man so much, and he loves. I know it's like God, you are such a freaking dick. But guess what? I love it. Sorry. It's 11. It's like 11 at night, and my throat is like really dying on me. I had a long day. And honestly, and I have another priority question as we're proceeding with this season: is Nolan going to get a new TO? Is he going to get a new authority figure in his life? Is he? I really don't know. I would be totally down if he and the Chiefs became his TO. I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna be captain before the season's over. Pretty sure. So it'll be very interesting to see who takes over for that role. If not, because I don't think they're going to be able to like keep this week to week, like trying to find an excuse like why he's not assigned a new TO yet. But who knows? There's stranger things happen in this show. So it was very hilarious to see. We apparently got a Shark Tank cameo. I don't know Shark Tank. I saw one episode of it. Anywho, but the rest of the episode definitely sets up some stuff for season 2 as a whole. Nolan moving forward into his second stage of his training. We get to see the emotional effects that having a police officer has on you. We got to see a little bit of this in season 1, and we're finally going to see more of it in season 2. And the way they ended off this episode is a very curious way to like see like how much where could this go in the rest of season 2. Officer Chen is still dealing with Bradford, still a piece of crap, still a lovable piece of crap though, and it's tough love. It's really tough love, and I do love his character. Thankfully, they didn't kill him all. Plus, we already lost a character because of being killed off the show, and we already lost a character being written off. I don't think we could have handled a third character being written off as well. So thankfully, he's still there and he's still giving her shit. But it also showed there was a scene in this episode where it's like she actually talked back to him, and it was another example of how season 1 paid off into season 2, where she mentions what he did in season 1 comparing to what he's doing to her right now. It's very much a powerful way to say like she's growing as an officer and as a person, and she's not going to like sit down anymore. And I'm very curious to see where her character goes in season 2, because like no offense, the first like half of season 1 she was mainly Nolan's love interest to an extent, and then they expanded her off into a new direction. So I'm very excited to see where she goes in season 2. As for Wes, in terms of a trio, like there's always a weak link. I always thought Wes was a weak link. He's a great character though. I love his character, and I do believe, but he doesn't get a lot of the story attention, in my opinion. And thankfully, they're setting him up in an interesting direction in season 2, where it's like he's now starting to feel like being the golden boy isn't all that it seems anymore. Because spoiler, he's the one who got the lowest score. So it was the high and mighty smartest dude gets the lowest one. It's gonna cause a negative effect on your mind, and definitely. But it's not just that, not being like pride or anything. It's definitely that like he spent most of his life wanting to become this thing, and now that he's so close to it, was it all that it was meant to be? And that's definitely something I want to see as they pursue the rest of season 2. I think they haven't said anything out for Bradford and Wes's TO. I'm forgetting the name. I'm really sorry. I think it's Diaz. I think it's Diaz, but she's Hispanic. I don't want to be racist and say, oh, it's a Hispanic name. I want to look this up after this and hopefully correct things when we come back next week. But they really did a great job of, for Bradford, they haven't really set up where his character is going to go next in season 2. If I remember the XY again, when we're jumping between when we wait a long time, I tend to forget a lot of things from the last season. I don't remember the important things. I don't remember where his ex-wife ended up. I think she was in a recovery clinic. The last we saw her, I think that's where she was. I don't remember exactly, but if that's where she was, let me know. So I'm very curious to where he's going to go in season 2 in terms of like what's next for his character. I mean, is he going to start getting some PTSD or something? Very curious, but there was only so much they can fit in the premiere episode, so I'm very interested to see when that will pop up. For Diaz, like it's going to be a more domestic season if I'm saying for her character, because like her boyfriend from last season played by, and fun story when her boyfriend / now like moved in boyfriend very quickly though. I think they've moved a little bit quickly in the relationship, but then again, I have some personal experience of seeing people that I know move quickly in a relationship, but still works out. Anyway, another story from another time on their show. She's dealing with something new, and the guy that replaced her boyfriend, honestly, when he premiered, because he's a recurring guest star by this point, and when he popped up, when I saw his first episode back in season 1, I knew in the back of my mind, I knew this guy, I know this guy, I just don't know his freaking name. And then I realized he was freaking Iceman from X-Men. It was like, holy shit, I didn't even freaking know that. He was Bobby. And it was like, damn. He still looks good at his age, 19 years later. Anywho, so very great to see him. I love his character. I would like for him to be promoted to a series regular, but I don't think how much more they could pit into that dynamic. Plus, it would be interesting to see a lawyer dynamic in the show. But then again, the show's all about Nolan and the Rookie, so it's like, focus, never mind. Just keep the focus as it says, never mind. I'm very curious to see what happens next with this story, because so far we haven't been introduced to any new characters yet. I don't think there's any new characters planned out that what's been announced. Because usually when you go into a season 2, there's usually like new characters, like sort of a new entry point for newcomers to see the show, to see it through their eyes or something like that. We haven't gotten that yet in season 2. I don't think there's any hints of it. I'm very much set that the recurring guest stars we've been getting recently are going to be promoted, or at least they're going to have a more director input. Plus, there is an opening in the cast roster. Again, no offense to the actor, that was her decision on her merit, but there is an opening in the cast, so someone could fill in it. I don't know. I would be totally down for whatever they do. At this point, I trust the show. I trust the show by this point to do whatever they want, and I would probably enjoy it. Because so far, this show hasn't let me down. It's 21 episodes in by this point. Still a big fan. And I'm very excited to see where things develop in season 2. Because the thing is that with these procedural shows, I still think this is a procedural. I don't think this has been like, even though I love this show, I still consider it a procedural. Because like I'm so used to like seeing shows from the CW or Fox or ABC or other ABC shows where there's an overarching like who's the big bad, and there isn't. It's been a very rocky road to like accept the fact that not every show has to have a big bad. Not every show has to have these villain of the weeks. And the thing is that I respect about the show. This show is all about character and growth and seeing where these characters go next on their journey. So it's been very, very interesting to see how this show is going to develop. I haven't rewatched season 1 yet. I might because like that was so good. But I respect the fact they did so much in season 1, and I'm very curious to see how much more they could do with season 2. Also, PSA, please watch the show. The ratings are not out yet, but with every show that gets moved to a later time slot on a different night, usually Sundays at night, where it's like, but if you're not The Walking Dead or something like that, or even Game of Thrones like earlier this year, your ratings aren't going to be that good. So I really do want The Rookie to continue for many more years to come. This is one of those rare shows where it's like, it probably will have a small fan base at the end of its run, but it's a loyal fan base. I will hopefully be still there whenever the show. Why am I talking so badly? The show's gonna keep going. It's a great show. It's a critically acclaimed show. Well, not critically acclaimed, but it's a really good show with fans. And it might seem silly at times because we got a lot of Nathan Fillion quirks. Now that I realized that there was a lot of Nathan Fillion quirks in this episode, especially the ending scene where it's like he was like gonna go have sex with his girlfriend, and it was like he was like debating like, should I just stay here and work on my new apartment? And that's another thing. What happened to his best friend? I mean, I know there was like a big like push at the end of season 1 where it's like Nolan has to grow his independence and be alone. I understand that, but please don't write up the best friend. Please don't. I mean, sure, he only shows up every 3 episodes. But he's such a funny guy. I would love to see more of him. And obviously, it's a very sudden change where I think at the end of season 1, we went from seeing him, agreeing to like, hey, I'm going to pay rent for this very expensive like section of your house for dirt cheap, to now in 2 weeks to like, I got my own apartment that it's also, I gotta work. Isn't this apartment though? I don't remember. I don't think they ever expressed that clearly. I might have to double check when I'm done recording this. But anyway, overall, the first episode of The Rookie, season 2, very great in my opinion. I'm not going to rate it. I'm just going to say it does something that a season premiere does, where it's like, it does so much better than a lot of episodes in the first season that were already great as is. And I enjoy it, and I can't wait to sit through another season of The Rookie, and hopefully it doesn't get canceled. Please don't cancel it, ABC. You let Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. run for this long. You can let The Rookie run for this long. Come on. You cancel Castle. Again, another thing. Haven't seen Castle yet. A lot of people said it's good. When I have time, I might check it out. So stay tuned on that. So yeah. that's it for The Rookie Season 2, Episode 1. I will be reviewing every single episode in Season 2 as I possibly can. I love The Rookie so much. It is still my number one show. So currently, I'm just beginning my television season. And I will guarantee you I will review. I don't think they confirmed how many episodes this season has. I think it's going to be another 20. I'm not sure. They usually don't announce this information. Well, most of the time they do. But it's like with this certain shows, it's like, oh, just run until they say they're done. So I will be hopefully reviewing every single episode in Season 2. And I will be doing a season review at the end of this. So stay tuned for all that. And now to kind of segue to like, if you enjoy me, do not worry. It's what's on the tube will not just be the Rookie episode review show or the fanboying over Nathan Fillion show. It is not. I will be reviewing a lot of shows throughout the upcoming television season. There's a lot coming up. I haven't determined my final run-up yet what's going to be this fall. Because if you're unaware, I run ActionX, which is a channel where I pretty much get to do whatever I want. I have a podcast that I get to do with friends and interview a bunch of them. I have a gaming show where I game a lot. And I know this is self-promotion, but guess what? It's my channel. It's my show. I do a show where it's similar to this, where we're talking, but in that case, we're talking about a specific topic that isn't mostly TV show related. And I do DVD unboxings too. And I would love for the show to be part of the lineup. But I had a specific idea for this show originally, but I wasn't able to pursue the original vision of it. So I do not know what the final show lineup will be when we're continuing, but I can guarantee you, you will hear about it first on Twitter. But until then, the Rookie will definitely be part of the lineup as Season 2 continues and as this show continues. So I will guarantee you, if you need a committed week-to-week basis or episode-to-episode basis on the Rookie Season 2, I am your guy. So please subscribe, please like, please favorite. If you want to, please share this with your friends if you want to. I will see you guys next week for sure on the next episode of ABC's The Rookie. I was about to say AMC, and I'm like, oh God, Fear the Walking Dead's on my mind.